Hello everyone and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Keepers. We resume our journey with Slaveholder Morg exactly where we left it off last time. Kinda. Sort of. I already recorded this episode in Banner 5 with my mic muted through the mixer the entire time. Yeah. You think I should have noticed something like that, but nope. I did not. And boy, was it a good run. I made it all the way to week 28 without taking, week 29 without taking a single point of damage on Mog, and life was good. So I thought about just continuing and showing you some highlights, but I've decided instead this wouldn't be a glorious documentation of Mog's conquest if I did such a thing. So we're just going to restart, and this will give me the opportunity to see just how different it is between every run. Oh, would you look at that? I got to upgrade this again. So our training price is now reduced by 20%. Yay. We will be going with the same old settings, high gold gains and low master life, so a high risk, high reward setting, just how I like it.
Let's get to work!
Now, today, besides royally screwing this up, I got my ass kicked in Alina of the Arena. I do love the alliteration for that game. So we'll be playing as good old Masok, Father of the Damned, who can carry my team to great glory. Which, of course, the team is also a morale team, so this will help. Now, I mentioned our morale team, and these are our noble employees. We have the skeleton, the ice skeleton, the unfrozen, a glorious nod to Eratus and his conquest. Yog-Sothoth as the ghost. Honestly, oopsie daisy, please don't smite me. The only of the older gods I could really think of, besides Cthulhu, but that's too boring. Notre Dame as the gargoyle, because I can't think of any other gargoyles. Gul'dank for the orc sorcerer, because, of course, he is dank, and kind of reminds me of Gul'dan in a way. Virvatuli for the Dark Magus, because he kind of reminds me of a wisp, and the Virvatuli is a will-o-wisp in Finnish. And, of course, for the Naga, the most disgusting and greatest of demonic creatures. That might not be exactly true, but it's close enough. Lady Vash. The terror of Serpentine Cavern. Before all of her nerfs and all that. Our starting traps are the Rallying Horn, which does morale damage in an area and applies enrage to the next group of monsters. In my uncommentated run, accidentally, I did upgrade this level 4 and I liked it a lot. So I might repeat that. The Pile of Bones deals morale damage to the front target, and if that target is ricochets the hero position behind, if the target is affected by Demoralized. There we go. My brain just fried for a second. I'm here to relax, okay? I don't need to think too hard. Our beginning artifact for this run is the Unholy Shroud. This grants 50% chance to apply Frostbite 2 with monster attacks which deal morale. It kind of plays into a hybrid build, but you all know me. That's not exactly my plan. So we'll be going to the merchant here and seeing if we can pick up a morale monster. We'll be going to the merchant here to see if we can pick up a morale monster. Applies enhanced trap to the next trap. The skeleton monster is defeated, which means he wants to go first. The skeleton majorette is not bad. It can be pretty spicy, if you know what I mean. It gets dodge. Does it get dodge too at level 4? Am I remembering this correctly, or am I out of my mind? Don't answer that question, I know the answer. It does. And it did more. Okay, hello. Hello, my lost friend. Welcome. Screw the rest of them. Now, with our remaining 250 gold, 55 gold, let's train. What can we do, everyone but Gul'dank? I am unsurprised. Now, at level 3, I kind of want to upgrade Quinn here. Isn't this supposed to apply Demoralize? And it will. But Lady Vosh could be very important to our team as well. Viravatuli is also pretty awesome. You know what? We're going to go with this, because this will at least make Quinn more useful. Quinn? What kind of name is Quinn? I honestly couldn't think of much. So I was like, well, he kind of mocks the opponent. He's just going to be doing a bunch of random AoE stuff. It's like, you know what? A bird. I've never named anything after a bird before, so we have Mockingbird. Don't think too deeply into it. So we can YOLO at the event, or we can go on a business trip. Can I get Gul'dank to do it? Of course I can, because I'm the best. Ooh, the Bewitching Glove could be really good, but we'll be sending out Gul'dank to give us a shitload of money and blood. Blood for the Blood God, and all that. For our event, by chance, you meet a tamer traveling through the region and looking for some work. This traveler offers to train one of your employees at half price. If you have the right employee in your employ, you could even negotiate for him to work for free. Which, look at that, Notre Dame is going to be useful. Which means Unfrozen is level 3. Wow, this is going to be a disgusting team. I'm going to need someone to tank for me. Have I thought about that? Not particularly. So I want Lady Vosh to be in the second group to have a chance to stun things. That's going to be pretty important. So we just want all the damage up front, if possible. We could even bring Viravatuli up front to try and apply Tiredness to reduce the damage taken to our squishier team, and have Yogg-Sothoth in the back to deal the Dimahe. And we'll have Notre Dame in the back as well. Alright, I'm scared, but that's what our team is. That's our plan. Is it a good plan? I don't know. Of course, we only get a monster for the first combat, so let us take on the veterans of the Stronghold. Wait a minute, that's our Stronghold. We're of the Stronghold. They're of the dead. At the risk of jinxing this, I think this layout worked out pretty freaking well. We got the Horn out at the very beginning to enrage our first group of monsters. We have a Disaster, with which we can use the Goblin Horde to apply Demoralized, and because they're demoralized, our second trap, which is immediately afterwards, the Bone Piles, is going to ricochet to the first two targets. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is sheer dumb luck. For our first team, I put Mockingbird up front because we're fighting a Sage and a Scholar, both who attack the front with a lot of elemental damage. And Mockingbird actually has decent defenses against fire and ice. That's not bad. We are fighting a Mamluk who's pretty annoying, mostly because he restores morale, both once after a fight and whenever he kills a monster, so hopefully it doesn't kill a monster, but he attacks the back with air damage, and Viravatuli has quite a bit of that. Well, a little bit of it anyway. The most of our front line, I'll put it that way. So hopefully the Unfrozen can wail away peacefully, and we can just spam Tiredness on them to make them do less damage. The whole point is to kill them before they reach Mog, and it's looking pretty good. This is a good start. We ate that with the dodge, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. We don't particularly care about throwing our baton at this guy. We just want to set people on fire. We lived. Look at that. I knew you could do it, Viravatuli. Let's just keep nerfing that damage. I do have Elemental Weakness, which really sucks. But hey, at least it's not negative. Hypothermia. We were forecasted to have a snowstorm here, like a proper 2 inches Illinois snowstorm. But we got dust. Like, not even 0.2 inches. I know those are in freedom units, but it's disappointing, okay? I wanted a proper snowstorm. No hypothermia here. I've had a very mild winter. Which is depressing, because I love winter. But hey, we still have a few more months, right? A wee bit. And would you look at that? They didn't even make it to the Masochist. He gets to live today. Ooh, hoo, hoo. The Knoll. Or the Skelly Puppy. Oh, I can't say no to the Skelly Puppy. Now, the Skeleton Puppy is amazing because they give 2 enhanced resistance to the front and 1 guaranteed critical to the back. They also do AoE morale damage, which is kind of negligent. It's all about that crit. We don't do a tremendous amount of raw morale damage, so I guess that's less relevant. So what we'll do instead is take the Knoll, who does a lot... Well, we do a lot of debuffs, and the Knoll can extend those debuffs. Penalties. They're debuffs. Vervatuli did take a little bit of damage. I'm sorry, Vervatuli. We could go to a merchant to fetch another monster. But what if I go to this engineer here and increase my rallying? Ignore the pile of bones, go to this merchant. There's the skeleton bull. Very similar to the skeleton puppy in that I really love him for their passive. Except their passive is a little different. The front unit gets shell, which reduces all damage by 20%. The back unit gets haste, which makes them go face. Gotta go face. I might reroll and try and save my money for the trainer. Alright, not impressed. This is a little greedy, but that's okay. The doctor just had a brilliant idea. Why not cynically gather blood or tears directly from your employees? Are you sure this is brilliant? This sounds terrible. If I do this and then Vervatuli dies, he goes on strike. I'm gonna have to pass. Hit up the trainer, let's go. Mockingbird level 4 for 2 dodge. Alright. Lady Vosh. What happens to the Knoll when we upgrade him? Like, does his cackle get good or something? Because that would be the only... I mean, he does become more survivable. Everyone does. Why is this text longer? Adds 2 stacks to all... Oh, because the air is going from 8 to 18. Got it. What about you, Vervatuli? 3 stacks of tiredness. Happens at level 3? Okay, we're gonna give that to you, methinks. Ooh, but Yogg Sothoth also gets demoralized on his auto attack. I just want to upgrade everyone. Can I upgrade everyone? Alright, Yogg Sothoth. Yogg Sothoth is one of our finishers. Artifacts. Do you think I can get away with Virvatul going away? That tiredness was a big deal. But him dying is also a big deal. This is what all Knoll should be named forever. Hogger. The Terror of Elwyn. The Massacre of Newbies. The Legend of Classic WoW. If a trap goes first and I get this bonus from Enrage, that would be mega good. You know what? We're gonna count on that. We're bringing Virvatuli over here. And now we're gonna go for this artifact and believe in the heart of the cards. I still believe in the heart of the cards. So this... There's something I always forget whenever I'm fighting one of these affixes. We're of course fighting the Knight, the tier 3 Barbarian, so a bunch of Enrage is going to happen, physical damage, yeah. We're fighting the Virtuoso, the tier 3 Concertist or Bard, which is always a pain in the butt, but it's fine, the dodge is the worst part. And we're fighting the Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard randomly moves all monsters to another position at the start of the fight, and I always forget when someone has that. But this time, I guess I'm slowing them. I'm ahead of you. I've got the big brain play. You see, in both monsters, there is one minion I do not want in front. So I put them in front. This is not quite ideal, but whatever. We do still get the double dodge, but the Margaret Mockingbird has minus 30 armor, so yeah, that wasn't ideal. Unfrozen's okay, 15%, but I really wanted Hogger with 40. Now, the other annoying thing about this fight is these two characters, the Virtuoso and the Knight, both deal physical damage. Guess what Hogger is going to benefit from? Resistances. Which is not physical damage. So I mean, hey, the Ice Wizard's not going to do any damage. That's great. That's fantastic. Whoa, look at Hogger's resistances. Hold on. It's not even in effect yet. Right? Or is it? There's no way all of his resistances at level 2 are that high. Okay, it must be in effect. But yeah, he has 40% armor baseline, so... Well, okay. Farewell, Unfrozen. So I really wanted him up front, is where I'm going with this. Well, that's okay. Sucks that all of our dodges were eaten, devoured by all this AoE shite, but what are you gonna do? It's just the reality of the situation. We're gonna get one more cackle off, and then we're dead. The last laugh belongs to Hogger. Isn't that appropriate? This is why I love naming characters. Alright. Father of the Damned. Demoralized, demoralized, demoralized. We have 3, 4 terrified. I think I just keep stacking the... Isn't your main attack supposed to apply Demoralize? Am I crazy? Does that change? I might be crazy. I've been awake for a while and I've recorded a lot, so... And by a lot, I mean I was recording for nearly 3 hours to get some footage for Alina of the Arena. Did I make it clear enough that game was a pain? Part of me is incredibly intrigued by the fact that that game is so damn hard. The other part of me is like, wow, this game is so damn hard. Should I even try? Should I even try to make content for it? Yeah, but anyway. I do always like a challenge. Did you die? Nope. Yeah, he gave me more tears. Oh. Okay, the homeopathic poison heroes with less than 50% of their max morale lose minus 30 to all resistances. This is pretty good for a hybrid build, and we could actually make use of this due to the Unfrozen Shroud, which remember is applying Frostbite whenever we do morale attacks, or has a chance to. We also have Masok, who is doing that, and we have a lot of optional consequential elemental damage. Shit, am I supposed to take this? I think I am. The Philosopher's Stone, which we've seen a few times. The Alchemist can transmute 150% additional gold, and Blood and Tears can be transmuted equally. Not terrible, I mean, for the gold thing, and because we are getting a lot of tears, so this would make it easier to get blood, which is what is used to upgrade employees to their final form. Or the Miraculous Pill. Monsters placed at the back perform an additional attack but lose minus 20 speed and start fight with 50% of their maximum life. I love this ability. This is my favorite. And it is so good with Mockingbird. Do I just take it? Some teams are just going to absolutely end my existence if I take this, though. Which is the downside, of course. All right, I'll open the hybrid door. Jeez, responsibility. We are broke. Vervatuli has joined us at full strength. I kind of want to put the Unfrozen away, but he is actually kind of important to this plan. It's yellow. Masok is volunteering as a training partner for the employees, or more precisely, as a target. Ooh, look at that. Thank you, my dear Masok, bringing Vervatole level 3, which gives him tiredness 3. What is level 4 of the good old Will-o'-the-Wisp? I actually had my mouse right on him. Look at that. So level 4 increases his power and the scaling of both of these abilities. And his health. Some of his resistances. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm broke. I was kind of hoping I could at least upgrade this, but I'm 3 short. Damn it. Well, you know who's getting sold, right? Farewell, Guldank. You have a great name. And phenomenal YOLO potential. I just want to be clear on that. But YOLO potential isn't going to bring us greatness. Now, because we're really low on monsters, I would love to go to the engineer here and upgrade this to level 3, which would allow it to enrage both groups of monsters. However, we're really low on employees. I wonder why. So I think we're going to go to the therapist here. Give him some tears. We're about to get more, don't worry. And fully replenish our first room's morale. Excuse me, motivation. Morale is what them puny mortals have. We just have motivation to continue dying in service of the Dark Gods. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I mean, I'm not afraid. Oh yeah, I'm afraid. We are fighting for the very first time the Druidess, who applies a shitload of nature damage in an AoE. She also removes 3 stacks from each penalty applied to her at the start of each turn. The reason she does that is because damage dealt by her is reduced by 20% for each penalty applied to her. Max 75%. Oh dear. Also have the Harpooner here, who's just annoying, and the Herbalist to support her Druidess friend, of course. So, I think we can actually reduce her damage a bit. The problem is that we're applying the same 2 statuses. So I'm a little... This is hitting Hogger. I'm a little concerned. On top of that... Please don't die, Hogger. Shite. I was counting on his cackle. On top of that... Does this get worse? Yes. I wanted this to be behind the first trap so that Hogger would be enraged. But obviously, that is not the case. Thankfully... The Unfrozen is getting a second turn. So that's something. This is going to go south fast. Also, their resting area is, they remove 2 penalties with the highest stacks, so... Thankfully, that's actually going to ricochet. Very good. Here comes the penalty removal. Yep. Now for you. There is a chance that Frostbite goes on her. Nope. Thankfully, the lady in the back looks like she's dying. I get 1 more turn at the very least. Maybe she'll get hit this time? Hey, look at that. My next trap is the horn. The horn of Hammerhell? Hammerhell, I think. A little bit of damage, that's inconsequential. The important part is what's coming next. She's ignoring the master spell because of course she is. Yogg-Sothoth immediately putting in work. Farewell. Herbologist.
Bow down before the god of death.
Now we have no drum. We will give some of that. Immediately making the Harpooner fear. I think this is the first... Is this the first time I fought her where she didn't actually full heal, basically? Oh, and we stunned her with Lady Vosh. Alright. 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 Good job. Good job. I take back everything I said. I'm not scared at all. We nailed it. First time fighting the Druidess, and she got... Oh. We have the Kami Goblin here, who we unlocked in the previous 4th banner. Fire damage. Me. I didn't use him at all then either. I'm not going to use him now either. The Philosopher's Stone, we saw this earlier, and I'm still thinking about picking it up. Or the Nightmare... Did I say I'm thinking about picking it up? The Nightmare Mirror is basically a better version of the Pile of Bones. I could even go to an engineer and make it better. So we'll upgrade this, and we'll upgrade that. We can go ahead and... Both of these are not particularly great for me right now. If I can send Notre Dame out... I mean, he put in a lot of work last time. Plundering could be okay, but it could also YOLO really poorly. Alright, let's plunder. What do we got? Yogg, Hog, and the Unfrozen. Okay, upgraded trap, find a monster. 35%. Nice. Your volunteers have forced an engineer to make a trap for them, and to serve as a guinea pig for the trap. Test results, highly conclusive. They have even brought a researcher back who has been spared in exchange for a trap upgrade. They have emerged unscathed. I was kind of hoping that it would hit one of the other 2 traps, but that's okay. I can now lend that out for more money. What do you want, my man? Your infernal pestilence. My primary care necromancer recommended that I use a more suitable ergonomic setup at work. The company insurance will not cover the purchase. Surely, we can work something out. So, we can give him our homeopathic poison thing, which wouldn't be bad. Which is increasing his passive. Oh. So instead of gaining 1 enraged for each hero whose morale is under 75%, he gains 2 enraged. Oh, that's very good. Or we could spend 200 gold on it. Now, the homeopathic poison is not facilitating our main strategy. It's assisting with our backup plan. I wish I could check what was coming up on the week, because spending this 200 gold could be a terrible idea, or it could be great. And I don't remember. I want to keep my backup plan, though, so we're going to pay for it. Okay, so it's this. We want the gold so that we can get this trainer up and running. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the gold. Do I put the Unfrozen away? I might be able to, actually. Because we have Vervatoli applying Tiredness, Mockingbird applying Demoralized, and Hogger manipulating them Demoralized. Even though it would be double the Demoralized with the Unfrozen on the table, I think it's more important that he doesn't get pissed off. We could even pull Yogg to the front. We could even do something like this. To try and save Mockingbird's sanity as well. Or, you know, his happiness. There we go. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this. I know, strange. What is this optimism that we face? But, I think we could be in good shape here. We are fighting the Shadow, which is like the tier 3 rogue. He's going to deal a shitload of nature damage to the front target. But our front target is Hogger, who has 45% nature resistance, courtesy of all of the Enrage, thanks to the trap placement. Very good. We're fighting the Hellbringer, who we fought last time as well. Except last time she did AoE damage. This time, her skill is that she dodged the first activation of the trap, which is fine. She's going to deal 70 ice damage to the back, but our backline is Vervatuli, who has a 25% ice resist. And he gets to go first because he is fast as hell, because as a Will-O-Wisp, he's just a fragment of light. Did you really see it? Who knows? And last, or to reduce her damage, that's where I was going with that. And last but not least is the Virtuoso, the Concertus, the Bard, who's always present and always freaking annoying. But that's okay. Because we have Young Sothoth substituting in the front line to delete the annoyances. Unfortunately, I believe Vervatuli here is going to die, because he has no armor resistance, which is the one downside here. But when Vervatuli dies, he applies a bunch of debuffs, which is great. Hogger's not going to get another turn, despite his tremendous nature resistance. So we're just going to do this. By the way, when Vervatuli dies, it's the elemental weakness he applies. When Yogg-Sothoth dies, he applies Demoralized. It's all very nice. Boop. Don't go towards the light. We do have 2 stacks and 2 stacks of Terrified, so I think it's time to apply more of that. Especially this guy. I'm not sure why the Frostbite here is highlighted, but that's okay. I should get one more turn, which is all I need. I only need one more turn. Fortunately, she is doing a substantial amount of damage to the elemental weakness, but that's okay. Ooh, we get a 3rd turn. Well, you know what they say, 3rd time for 6 health is the charm. Oh, I killed the Virtuoso. Ah, we got a little blood for the Blood God. Now with this dungeon completion, 173 gold, I was hoping for more, but that's okay. And we get to upgrade our Slave Holder. Probably a good idea to just increase our resistances. Ideally, Mog never gets touched, but the world is not an ideal place. Heading to the trainer, what do we got? We could get Yogg-Sothoth to level 4. Hogger level 4 would be good as well. What about Vervatuli? The bonus damage here would be nice. I think it's time for Lady Vosh, though. The Naga is absolutely disgusting. And if we can pull out Lady Vosh's true power, well, I shudder to think what could happen. The brewer behind Strangle Stout, the world-famous beer with a delicate aroma of stagnant slime, is looking for hero tears to make a whole new blend. She will pay you in as much beer as you can urinate. Will you make a contribution? I wish sponsorship gave us this relic and the bonus motivation. But I think we'll take the relic here. Monsters placed in the front lose 50 speed, but their max life increases by 50%. This is a little concerning, but I think we can make it work. And I also have a metric shit ton of tears, so. For the collectors. These suit and tie vampires are here to collect taxes. However, blood is more valuable to them valuable to them than gold coins. They could even grant you a monetary compensation in exchange for blood collection, and you would exceptionally be exempted from taxes. Take my blood. It's fine. YOLO. A wandering troubadour offers to sing for your employees in exchange for a modest sum. With the right employee, you could convince her to sing for free. I still wonder how this is a her, but you know what? We're not going to judge. This is 2022. With the Life Weaver, Grief Weaver, we could do it for free. And I understand that one. The Grief Weaver, the Black Widow, they both have a special place in my heart, but we'll pay the 50 gold coins for the bonus motivation. This makes it so that Hogger is actually not going to go on strike. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to put him away anyway. Virvatoli, the Unfrozen, and Yog-Sothoth. What a terrifying front line. Do I bring Mockingbird back? Yog-Sothoth provides us some much-needed single target. I could stack Virvatoli and Mockingbird, or excuse me, Mockingbird and the Unfrozen for double demoralize. But no, I think this will do. I think this suffices. We also have a decent range of resistances here. So, yeah, this will do. I'm satisfied. Let's get another monster, too. That's a campfire. Brian was making fun of me for always forgetting which one is which. Campfire is morale, right? Morale restoration? Whatever. It's fine. We can do it. I am a little concerned, but I think we can do it. To be honest, we have a good spread of resistances. Didn't really account for nature, such as what the Amazon delivers. But I'm hoping that with Virvatuli's damage decrease, we'll be semi-okay. The Amazon, of course, deals nature damage to the single target and applies poison and nature weakness. She also heals 10% of heroes' max life at the start of fights, so I'm glad we're doing morale stuff. We are fighting the Knight, who is, of course, the Tier 3 Barbarian, and the Mamluk, who's going to deal air damage to the back, which Virvatuli is semi-resilient against. Unfortunately, it gives 25% of one hero's max morale back after fight, and I was correct. The campfire is the one that restores morale to all heroes. I said makes fun of, but Ryan found it infinitely amusing. But one day, I will grow. I will advance as a human being. Maybe, who knows? Oh, can I live? Alright, if everyone gets to live the first turn, we're okay. You know, Yog-Sothoth does have an obscene amount of health for a ghost, courtesy of the troll beer. Now we're stacking that tiredness. Enrage is going down, but tiredness is going up. Just like inflation. That was a timely joke. I don't make very many of those. Yep. Goodbye, Virvatuli. You got zapped. Thankfully, our Amazon here is getting absolutely destroyed by Yog-Sothoth. And I think Yoggy is going to get a second turn. My boy. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding, Yogg. I believed, you know. I wanted it to be true. So we have the Rallying Horde because this is going to affect this monster group and our hero on the off chance that something horrible goes wrong, which it often does. With Bog, we will of course be intimidating, because what else would we do? Reapply that Terrify. 6, 2, 1. The Demoralize is running low. For the Terrify, they have 4, 4, 4. You know what? Let's do bonus damage, sure. This swipe does more morale damage, so it's better to get them chunked down. As far as Massock, our lovely masochist, this isn't the worst fight he could have had, as far as his resistances are concerned. Alright, now we're going to Terrify. Because we're not going to get a third turn. We got a second turn, not getting a third turn. Turn. We're not getting a third term either. So the reason I reapplied the Terrified is because the Nightmare Mirror is here. And it's going to deal bonus damage. Oh, I love this. This is so cool. This lovely trap. So all that's left is the Mumluk. And you know what happens to lonely heroes in the dungeon? They go disappearing, and nobody ever hears from them again. I decided to kill that one. Blood for the Blood God and all that. A Harpy. Harpies mostly do like air damage related things, of which we only have a small amount. The Trumpeter also does air damage things. Huh. Herb, huh? I had a great uncle named Herb. He owned a gas station. And, of course, we have the lovely skeleton soldier, also known as the Hoplite. None of these are particularly useful for my scheme, but we'll take an Assault because at least he can be a tank. In the worst case scenario. Or we can go renting him, which is possible. At the Engineer, we can upgrade yet another trap. Tier 4 Mirror, Tier 4 Rallying Horn. I think it's Horn. Wait, it can be both. I'm broke, but that's okay. We can lend out siege equipment that we aren't using, such as this pile of bones. Farewell. YOLO the events, what do we got? The walk-in fridge is full of bodies. The doctor could resurrect a fresh human and transform it into an employee in exchange for a little blood. The skeleton cultists. I can't say I've ever been overly impressed with them. But let's see what they do at level 4, shall we? Morale dealt doubled if the target is affected by at least one penalty. Well, I do a lot of that. The front damage isn't bad. They have a decent amount of resistances. Okay, maybe I'm going to eat my words here. 20 speed in the center. In the back, their attacks apply terrified. You know what? Okay, sure, yeah. You know what? Have some blood. Ooh. That's a lot of blood, though. You can just talk to the alchemist anyway. Boom. Do we want double? No. The reason why I was afraid of using that much blood is because if we do come across a trainer, hello, to get to tier 4, we need 10 blood. So, you know, didn't want to go too crazy. But I think this is a great place to stop because we have caught back up to the run that I did without talking. And actually, this run was not too dissimilar to my previous one. The one without commentary. The team is different. Very effective. But I think I actually had these same 3 relics. Huh. Anyway, I think it was fun. And now, you know what happened when we challenged the 5th banner. We're halfway through. We're a little over halfway there. Halfway there. And next time we'll finish it up and begin challenging the Draconid banner. Most likely, assuming it doesn't take me forever to finish this. This is I believe, the original 5 banners. So we should unlock Endless and Ascension after this, but we won't really be touching those until we play through the other campaigns. So feel free to let me know what you think about Ascension and Endless. Feel free to let me know what champion you would like to see next. I'm probably going to play the Enchantress unless there is an overwhelming, I don't know, demand for someone else. But yeah, feel free to let me know. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to the Patreons and channel members who help support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if you would like to stay up to date with everything happening on the channel, because there's going to be a lot happening very soon, feel free to join the Discord in the description down below. And I will see you next time. Bye!